Hello, brothers and sisters. Father Nathaniel coming to you with your weekly Sunday homily, this third Sunday of Lent. We're getting closer and closer to Easter here. Um, how are you filling and sating your thirst? I mean, we're all thirsty, aren't we? I'm here sitting in front of the refrigerator this morning, kind of an interesting place to record a homily, right? In front of the refrigerator in my kitchen here at the priest house, where so often I, like you perhaps, go to draw water. We just pop our glass in there and we fill it up. You can even get ice cubes if you want, or crushed ice. And you get all that water to quench your thirst. We sometimes quench our thirst with Gatorade. We quench it with a cold Coke or Pepsi, many with a cold beer. We sate our thirst. I mean, we're thirsty. We're human beings. We don't live without liquid. We have to have liquid to hydrate our bodies. And so often we go to fill up, to satiate that thirst. And this weekend, as we continue to progress toward Easter and go through this Lenten time of conversion, Jesus poses a very difficult and challenging and yet amazing question. And that is, are you going to quench your thirst with something that will actually satisfy you? See, the thing is, think about what you enjoy drinking and remember how often you go to drink that and yet you are still thirsty afterwards. You drink, you feel satisfied for a few moments or an hour, and then you're thirsty again. You got to go back and drink more water or have another soda or another Gatorade. It's never enough. It never totally satisfies you forever. We need to have more. And our Lord meets the Samaritan woman at a well. A well was a place in the Jewish times from the Old Testament where so many of the Old Testament figures met at a well and met their spouse there. There's a lot of symbolism in the idea of a well. Not just a place to sate your thirst, but also a place to find love. And so when the disciples see Jesus talking to this woman, of course, they're surprised, not just because she's a woman, but because they're at a well. And so this idea of spousehood, this idea of betrothal, is part of the image that we're seeing. Well, what does this have to do? Well, the first thing it has to do is the fact that Jesus knows that we try to fill our hearts, these infinite hearts for love that we have, with things that don't satisfy. Think about your life and think about where concretely right now you have some attachments to people or places or things and possessions, of money, of power or prestige, of ideals of life that you hope to accomplish, and how you're attached to those things, how maybe even at times obsessed about those things or people. And the Lord comes along and he says, those places where you go to find love or where you go to find fulfillment, they don't satisfy. You have to keep coming to draw water to sate your thirst there, and they never satisfy. And so our Lord comes out to meet the Samaritan woman because he knows that she's not satisfied deep down. And he proposes a living water. He proposes to become that fountain of living water in her heart that will always satisfy her. And that's why he proposes this living water. And she says, "Sir, well, okay, I want that. Give me that living water." And he says, "Okay, put down your water, your water drawing, your bowl, your bucket. Put it down and let me be that satisfying. Now put away, bring the husband of yours." And of course she says, "Well, I have no husband." And he says, "Well, but exactly, you've had 5 and you have another one now that's not your husband." In other words, the Lord is saying, look, I'm going to meet you where you're thirsty in your life. I'm going to meet you where you have some disordered attachments, and I want you to put them down at my feet. I want you to put them away and let me become the husband of your heart. Are we willing to do that this Lent? Are we willing to give up those things that get in the way of Jesus? Give up our opinions, give up our attachments, give up our pride that says we know how our life should be. We know how God should be. God should be like the way we think. And the Lord is saying, no, no, no. My daughter, my son, no. You need to be how I think. And if we do that, we will have living water. We will have God at the center. And then we will be like that woman who goes out and shares the gift of living water that she found. You see, our vocation in life is more than just us. It's other people who need to meet and get living water through us. So let's remember that gift, to give it freely. Let's go out and ask the Lord, Lord, give me living water. Let me give up the things I held on to, and may I give you to the people I meet. God bless you.